Man, ain't she beautiful. The old Dolly Sods. Just a wonderful place this is. This is Dolly Sods. Well, friends, good morning. This is day 3 of the Dolly Sods hiking adventure. As you can see, I'm a little bit disheveled, and I can't even really hardly tell if it's morning yet because the moon's still out above me. It's nearing 6 o'clock. I think we're going to get some water boil in here shortly, but what a wonderful campsite. What a wonderful night. Of course, I didn't get much sleep. I'll be really excited to get back to my own bed tonight, but let's see about getting this day started. Alright, well it appears we have gotten camp dismantled. Rachel, are you ready for day 3?
I'm ready for a shower. That's what I'm ready for.
Yeah, I think there's starting to become some odors from all of us. I think I kept myself awake with my own stench, so didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but we're ready to do 8 miles. We're getting an early start this morning. It's a little after 8, I think, so about an hour ahead of yesterday. Bill, are you feeling it for day 3?
Honestly, don't feel too bad. I'm ready to go. We got, what, 8.5 miles today, so.
Something like that.
But yeah, you're right. The stench is kicking in for sure.
Dave, are you ready for day 3?
Yeah, you asked him if he's feeling it, I'm feeling it.
Let's.
I'm feeling like one of you guys might have to carry me up the last mile or two by the end of the day.
We're hoping that it's a mostly flat trail. We got about a 150-foot climb to the next junction, major junction. And then it should just be flat and vistas overlooking the amazing Canaan Valley down below. So let's hit the trail. Another day of backpacking in the Dolly Sods wilderness, wild and wonderful West Virginia. Well, friends, what an amazing campsite this was. We're headed out for another day. Look, the sun coming up through the trees. So as we walk along here, there's definitely something changing in the landscape. It's a lot marshier and swampier, and some open ground like you see around me. And look at that beautiful sun coming up over the trees over there. We've got some pines, which we haven't seen a lot of pine, mostly been spruce. Feeling decent, pack is light, but my hip is killing me. I think we've all got some aches and pains because it is day 3, but we're gonna power through to the end. Should be about 7 miles to go from here. Now here we are, friends, in what seems to be a forest full of red pine. These things are tall. Really, really tall, and an incredibly beautiful area. It's just the wild thing about this place is the change of scenery constantly and consistently is amazing. It's totally different than anything I could have dreamed of it being. There's the height of the trees above me. This is wild and wonderful West Virginia. There is just so much to see on this trail. It is incredible. So much so that Walter keeps breaking his own rules and continuing to film everything. Friends, on that note, if you want to see this adventure in the most cinematic way possible, you're going to want to check out Walter's channel. He should have a video about this, you know, a month or so before this one's released. So you'll have to scroll back a ways, but his whole channel's worth viewing. Absolutely wonderful cinematography. It's fun to be out here and learn from these other guys and see how they film stuff. And hopefully some of that reflects in our channel in the future. Alright, so one thing we were just discussing here as a group, this trail, I've mentioned it in the other videos, there are no blazes. So Dave just waited here for us to make sure that he was on the right trail. It is kind of cattywampus to follow your way through, so if you are in a group of people, it's a good idea to stick reasonably close, especially through places like this where it's complicated.
I think it's easy to lose the trail through the pine forests because anything starts looking like a trail through there.
It's not as well worn as maybe it's been in some other spots.
Yeah. Friends, we have made it to the end of Big Stone Coal Trail. Thank God. We're here on the map. We've got about 6 miles up to here, 3 miles, and across back to the truck is another 3. Everybody's making phone calls. There's cell phone service here. Quick progress here. We've made it to the Rocky Ridge Trail. We're hanging a left. This is where all the vistas are, so let's go get them views. So this is a totally different landscape here, friends. Wide open again. We're headed up the Rocky Ridge Trail. It's a much easier terrain to hike on. We are climbing though. We have a few hundred feet in elevation to go up, then it should level off up here where the vistas are. If you look at the topographical map, to be very minimal as far as like up and down goes. And then that last section of trail we're doing is just the trail we came in on. We know that that was flat. So we just gotta kind of get to the top of this hill here. One last push, get some rewarding vistas, and then we'll be on the road back home. Alrighty, my friends, we have made it to the top of the Rocky Ridge Trail, to this epic vista overlooking Canaan Valley down below. Friends, this is the view that I tried to get you several videos ago. If you go back and look at our Canaan Valley video, this, friends, is absolutely the most disappointing trail that we've ever done. We hiked a trail which led to the top of the ridge just that way, but it stopped at private property, and originally I was led to believe that it kept going, but you couldn't keep going up to here. So it is awesome to finally have made it to the top of this ridge and to get to view the valley below. This valley presents an extremely unique ecosystem. This is the only place east of the Mississippi where there's potential for frost 365 days a year, the coldest terrain in the eastern United States. This area features plant life and trees and things that you would more likely find in Canada than anywhere in the United States because of the cold temperature. The winds come up this ridge behind me and over, and they're cooling as they go up, and they get trapped in this valley below by the ridges. The other unique feature about down there is all the water flows out of this valley and exits triumphantly over the Blackwater Falls. So we have a whole series of that. I'll link it just here above, but there's more to come from this video, so don't skip ahead to Blackwater Falls just yet. We're going to show you more of this valley down below. Friends, the views on this Rocky Ridge trail, they just keep coming. We're getting closer and closer to the junction at Bear Rocks. We have probably about 4 miles left to that trail junction. But as we make our way up the Rocky Ridge, and man, look at the view behind me. This big old reservoir down there. It just looks awesome up here. The trail up here gets tricky. If you're in a group, you should stay together. Could be going down this way, could be going up that way. It's very rocky. Again, no blazes, just like the whole path. I just highly recommend to stick together. There is a little bit of cell service up here on the ridge, but still, I mean, how are you gonna tell someone where you're at to get someone to come find you? Well, we find ourselves up on this mountain here. Rachel, what do you say? It's about as nice as it gets, ain't it?
Yeah, this is probably the best view. The one with the lake a close second.
Are we close, do you think, to the where we make a turn? No.
Not really.
Friends, we're up on top of this mountain somewhere and walking on sand. It's like being at the beach. If you look down, you almost feel like you're at the beach, and then you look up and you got all these red spruce forest and some kind of laurel. These plants, we're not really sure what they are, but if you know, let me know in the comments and we can educate others as well that way. But there's something definitely related to mountain laurel or azaleas or something along those lines. Would be really pretty to come up here and see them all in bloom. That would be a good reason to come up here in a couple months. So friends, we're still on this Rocky Ridge trail. Man, look at the scenery everywhere. It's 360-degree views of everything in West Virginia. It's absolutely phenomenal. Bill, what do you say?
Yeah, this is probably the best view of the day.
I think so.
That lake down there, I mean, you could see, what, clear 30 miles, maybe more from up here.
Windmills
Everything.
off in the distance.
Ski resorts. Yeah, it's awesome.
Canaan Valley.
And what a better camping spot than this. I mean, ours was pretty awesome last night, but this is top notch as well. You get out of the wind, throw your tent up there, not get blasted by the cold air.
Yeah, the only problem is there's no water. You know, even if we'd have filled up everything we had, I think, and packed it here, I think we might have still been short on water.
Yeah.
That's why we kind of didn't do this. This would be a good spot if you're coming in the first day and doing it the opposite direction, because you can bring as much water as you want just this short distance. Probably be okay. Friends, we've made it to one of the last trail intersections, not quite the last one yet. This trail, we got 1.4 miles to our next intersection, and hopefully something around that to get back to the truck. So 3-ish miles we're thinking. We've been wrong about mileage before though, so who knows how far we have to go. Day Hike Dave looks like he's in heaven over there though, sleeping on a rock, so there's a nice place to sit down here if nothing else. Just when you thought the scenery was over, we're back. We're back on top, and you can see the trail ahead of me that way, and you can see a good bit over that way towards the beaver pond where we were at on day one. It's a huge beaver pond. The fact that I can see it from here is crazy. This place is awesome. You can see everything everywhere. So look, friends, I found my wife. I haven't got to see her at all today.
Listen, I've got priorities, 3 of them. Children, shower, pork loin.
Yeah, so the sooner she gets done, the sooner she gets all that stuff. What do you think of the hike?
This hike has been great. I think it would have been better done in this section. Should have been done in 2 days. I think we should have taken at least another day, maybe 2, to do all of this, or we should have done less.
Another night would have been ideal. And we're going to talk about that in kind of an overview video, which will be released on Sunday, 3 days from now. Yeah, for now, we're almost done. The rest of these guys are just up ahead here. We've made it. Bear Rocks Trailhead 522. That's where we're going. We could see back there vehicles parked on the ridge in the distance. That's the parking area. A little over a mile. Almost done. Almost done. But what a beautiful, beautiful place, man. It's like I can't wait to get back in the truck and get in my own bed. But at the same time, I could stay here for a long time. We're almost at that campsite we found the first day with that tree. You remember the tree. One thing, friends, I have not mentioned, at least not recently, is don't forget to look behind you. Because look what's behind me as I'm walking down the trail. Now, we would have got to see this the other day, except for the fog, but, you know, it's a beautiful scene. This is Dolly Sods, Wild and Wonderful West Virginia. Alright, well, we have taken a short break down by the creek. A place I totally didn't remember until I got there. Yeah, a little bit of recharge, ate a snack, drank some Gatorade. Friends, we have 1 mile to go. 1 mile to go. All uphill to the very end. It's interesting. We're actually able to see around here now because when we did this the first time, if you remember, this was all fog. You couldn't see nothing. If you thought we were done, you got another thing coming. Because we're here at the trailhead and we're parked somewhere way down there. I do think, friends, that it is going to end up on my agenda to come back up here to Dolly Sods as more of a day trip and check out more of this view over there. Check out more of Bear Rocks up ahead. I had thought it would be cool to include it in this trip, but you can only walk so far carrying this pack, and we're all pretty well spent. As always, next time. Alrighty, my friends, we are done here for the hike. This is it. Want to thank Walter for coming all the way from Philly. Make sure you're subscribed to his channel. Expect a extra cinematic viewpoint of this Dolly Sods adventure. Day Hike Dave, 61 years old, completed this whole thing, powered through it. So thanks for coming. We appreciate having you.
Thanks so much for inviting me. Really appreciate it.
It's been a joy and a pleasure to have you guys with us. Bill from Maximum Outdoors.
Fun as always.
We've had a great time.
Always a great time backpacking with you.
Rachel did the hike. She already told you her thoughts on it.
I'm done for the day.
She's done. We're all pretty well spent. Thanks for joining us on this 3-day, 3-part series. It's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you next week with something else.
Goodbye, Dolly.